Yo.
MIBR, I think they have very good individual players. I think JZZ and Heat are playing very, very well.
You think they help over there, Lisa?
But he's not good for much more.
Okay.
As Heat's just destroying them.
Próximo jogo significa bastante pra gente. A gente
One
sabe
sec,
que não
chat.
tem margem pra erro
Grab my
mais.
coffee.
Eu esperava sim uma performance boa da Cloud9. Eles têm ótimos jogadores, o Leaf se destacando bastante.
Splash in the face, everyone's blind! Well, another bait holding the ground. Celsius swing. No way! Let's go!
Evil Geniuses, us both being teams that have changed players, giving new looks is something that's important to both of our teams. So kind of just expecting the unexpected.
How we doing?
Gosh! He's going for the flank. Taka's done.
All right, I'm actually trying to set up.
Remember, he still only has a stinger. He's got it down.
You guys know how I had taken Anna's on the overlay this morning? I'm trying to set that up. Oh man, do I have 2 OBS windows open? I'm trying to set that up on my local OBS, and then I'm gonna beam it over NDI, so that way I can actually capture the right Discord talking. But it's not working. And it's not even the NDI that's not working. It's the oops. It's like the overlay here isn't working. Let me like maybe just restart OBS on the streaming PC. The hell? So I'm trying to, I don't know where my own image is. Do you have any mods here? A mod to help me troubleshoot this. Oh, they're coming out. Look at the prediction. Who you guys got winning, huh? You're here? Oh, perfect. Like, you just join my channel. You don't even have to talk. Oh, wait. There it is. Oh, I think we're in business. Can you join, Lily? It should just put you next to me. And then we have to somehow send this over NDI.
It's the Kings of Clout taking on NA's biggest underdog in EG versus Sentinels. Both these teams have playoff hopes on the line and an important game in this one. So I'm sure, BCJ, the huddles, the discussion ahead of this match.
Damn, that's fat bets for Sentinels.
Yeah, I mean, always getting the guys hyped and ready to go is, you know, what you're looking for here.
But,
from both
OBS.
sides, I'm expecting big time things from Kaplan and Potter here. I think you need to. Hey, look at that! Shout out to my mom right there. That's my mom.
Is this native
Shout
to
out.
later
To the
versions
gang
of
pulling up
OBS?
Today, CC's been in town as well. Big shout out to the gang. But yeah, no, really big moment for EG here. I think they need to really lock in. Likewise for Sentinels, this is a chance for Marv and the rest of the guys, Zekin, to prove that they can compete at this tier 1 level, and they are the best in their role.
I mean, coming off of that loss last week, especially, they definitely need this. I think they're feeling confident going into it. I don't think, you know, the professionals are not going to let last week get to them. But like you said earlier, it's really going to be big on the fundamentals here. I would say
know
more
how
on, like,
NDI works.
It's less on the prep, really, and just more on how they're going to play in the server, just against their opponent in front of them.
What do you think the prep is like against a team like Sentinels?
Tools, NDI output settings. Okay, I think it is a plugin.
Structured squads. It's kind of hard to know what to expect with this new Sentinels roster.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Sentinels,
which means we're not going to be able to test this right now because I'd have
what
to
he's
install it
done
on my
last
stream
year
PC.
even.
Damn.
You look at the slow defaulty rounds. You look at the lurk from Marv. You look at the slow pace. Let's take A main. Let's take B main. Let's work back to A. The multi-stage fakes. This is what they love to do.
Okay, we do need a plugin. I thought they made it native.
We obviously have Bind in the pool now for the second.
What I'm trying to do, chat, is I want this Discord overlay to be rendered on my streaming PC, so I can send it over NDI to the streaming PC. Sorry, from the gaming PC. Because that'll make it easier for me to properly capture who I'm talking with in Discord without having to do any jank second Discord account shenanigans.
Sentinels, who didn't look too hot on Fracture last week.
Yeah, and Sentinels starting on attack. I mean, that's a really pacey map. There's the pro you were
BCJ.
expecting, although it's Sentinels who decide to take that. I mean, they looked pretty good on it last week with Marv. I think that Marv in that Viper role is really, like, he's finding his footing.
Both those maps seem pretty strong for EG. Their Fracture's good with that interesting Sova composition. Their Pearl's been solid as well. This seems pretty favorable, Mel.
And then we see the ban in the second phase from EG on Bind, and then from Lotus. I think we're gonna
Yo,
see
Ink Time. Thank you so much for the Prime.
maybe Ascent or Haven up to EG here. Yeah, I think the Pearl's gonna be really interesting. I think it's really gonna come down to who can win that map. I think if it's like, obviously, if it's gonna be EG up, they're gonna
There's no
2-0
world
if
you guys are going
they're willing to go
92%
2-0
Sentinels,
But I think it's gonna be interesting because Sentinels blew out Loud on that map, and then Loud blew out EG 13-0. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be interesting to see what game plan adjustments that EG's made.
You guys were both talking about the fundamentals
Okay,
a lot.
so we need
the
to
Heineken
NDI
0.0
plugin.
Ascent, that final one. That's what it's all about. But let's focus our sights on the first map in this series, in Fracture. Like I mentioned, it's this interesting Sova composition for EG. SEN has been switching to the single duelist
Version are we on?
with
Yeah.
Zekin. Do you expect changes from either of these teams?
29.
I don't expect major changes, especially with the players that we are looking at here. I think this is a map that is really protocol heavy. You build these set plays. That's what you want to be looking for. So they can't really change much.
I
Do I
think
already have
Sentinels
this
as
set
well.
up?
I think the first
I have
time they
no
played
idea.
with Marv, they actually hadn't played it at all in scrims. The one
You're
time they
true
won it,
Sentinels
but now
believer.
It's going to be interesting to see now they have had 1-2 weeks of practice on the map, what they're going to go with.
Yeah, and I mean, if you take a look at Sentinels, actually, they are picking up the Sky over the Fade. I mean, that was a big part of their last comp was to play the post plan, play the anti-bomb with the Tether Nade. Now having Sky in the mix, it's going to help you on attack, but you're going to miss that on defense.
What are Sentinels looking to improve here? Because it was their attack side that struggled so much last week.
Okay, then we need
I think the
this.
Sky actually brings a lot on the attack. If there's like util, it kind of baits out the alarm bot and things like that. And I think Saucy's incredible on the flash flex as well. I think he looks really good on Pearl with
And
it.
then we just have to
So I wouldn't
restart
be surprised
OBS,
if he
I
were to
think.
take over this game, honestly.
Well, we will see if those improvements are enough. It's map number 1 here for EG versus Sentinels. Let's send it
Bam.
over to your two casters.
Yes.
Van Sillington III on the call.
Yes.
Well, you know, it's not GB, it's still me, but we still have the fun names coming in together. Indeed, we do have a great series in our hands. The clock is ticking here, Riv, for both of these teams, for EG and also for Sentinels. And, you know, there are also two teams that in here, in the right arena, that have always had great games.
Yeah, I
against their
can't
opponents,
add
but
an
unfortunately
NDI
always
source on the streaming PC. I probably need to install this plugin there. Would require a stream restart, which we will not do today.
Right, both 2 and 4 right now. Not much time left to secure these games.
Whoa!
That are absolutely
Whoa!
necessary.
We're going into game 1 so fast!
North American team here in the Valorant Americas.
Get your bets in, chat. Get your bets in. I'm going to close the betting.
Silly. Their last 3 games, Leviathan, Loud, Furia.
All right, I gotta close it. I gotta close it.
Those 2, Loud and Furia, 3 rounds at most. They do not look like an 8th place team currently.
Oh no, my
See if
banana's
they
in the
can
way.
show that power here again today, and Sentinels looking to do the same. Ever since the Marv change, they've looked a little bit stronger, a little more solid now that they can focus these roles.
And doing the same is working things off towards the B side here on Fracture. This time around, a change from the initiator. No
Oh no, dude, Team Frenzies.
The
only 3 Frenzies, 4 ghosts.
You still see these players. 4 players stacked up on the side before, and now looking to pressure
Mini
towards that
banana
A.
mode. Yeah, that way I'm not blocking the content.
But all the Sentinels are backing out here towards the A site where there's only comp lane.
Doing a good job at watching the flank, though. EG taking north side. It looks like they're going to just play full retake on this. They have the utility for it.
This is interesting. The Sova pick is crazy to me. But we've seen it on this map a couple times recently now.
If they layer forward and try to scale into sight or just take a main control. It's actually a safer plant. No, out in the open. EG hears where the plant's coming from and spam through smoke.
And the smoke's about to dissipate
Oh, denying the good plant. Oh, this looks gross. This is gross. Oh, this is gross. What do you do?
Second best pistol round win percentage in Valorant Americas. Evil Genius is showing why right
That was a perfect pistol round, man.
Understanding that it was going to be
Perfect pistol round.
As soon as they get a kill on that spike plant, they go into this trap play EG that we've been seeing much more of, able to work right into protocol and get their opponents when they're feeling the safest. While Sentinels was not safe in that site, EG grabbed pistol. And we will see a Bulldog just for Demon. Looked like Calm wanted to think about it. He does. He actually dips right into that Bulldog. So they're reassuring a little more strength, knowing Sentinels will.
You thought EG was a tier 2 team? Are you dumb? Yes. Yes, you are.
To see if they can get this first blood onto EG for second round.
Taking their time is definitely going to be the name of the game for both of these players. You heard BCJ on the desk talking about how these two teams are protocol heavy, looking to find that information first before they could actually react, before they want to take a site.
Ooh.
But it's EG looking to press first. Two players moving forward here towards the south side of the map. Great at
That's tough.
Kata, but easily dropped as EG pulls ahead. One player advantage. The rest of Sentinels looking for a time to get back into the site, looking to sell a fake towards B to start things off. As that second is just spotted one onto the rope.
I think the frenzy is
looking for the backup.
Stupid OP gun in solo queue. Ruby Wings Flyer. I think you need to play very precisely to get value from the Ghost.
This could be big
relatively.
here from Jogamo and Ethan. If they can get that fault line correctly and the rest of them flood into sight just like pistol round.
There's just too much ability here for Sentinels inside the site. That was so clean. From a recon bolt into
Half
the site,
defters. Think of the
combined with
prime.
the aftershock from A main, Sentinels had no exit out of the map.
Wow, just patient. It doesn't even look like EG's sweating there. Obviously, they know they have a gun diff, but the way they're executing, looking flawless right now. And Sentinels is really going to have to bring it onto their bonus round for Evil Geniuses.
Crazy, dude.
See what
EG's
Saucy
looking
decides to
sick.
purchase. If she goes Phantom or Vandal, I think they're thinking out the strat right now. Splitting it 3 top side, 2 to that south side. This is a little bit of what they just ran for the side of Sentinels, so they'll keep it. Spikes down for now, so this looks again to be
Kalark, thank you so much for the prime.
utility. And possibly find out where Boozy
Thought you missed the stream today? Well, you did. If you weren't here this morning.
That on some rounds. What a push towards Halls here, though, from the side of Evil Geniuses.
Yep. Bonus round for EG.
Oh, wait, this pinch is huge. No. If I see another goddamn 13-0.
Juggernaut spotting one. That's Def with the flash, falling back to support Saucy. Spike on his back too. Look at this.
Oh no. Remember last time Sentinels played this map 1 week ago?
The pointy elbow of Busio, the jump spot as they both swing. But it's still Zekin that's gonna hold him back as we get the spike plant into B.
No. Oh.
Demon one with a quick cleanup. This push through A Halls continues all the way to B to start recovering.
There's no counter
sure
play.
as possible. Def doing his damnedest now to get this back.
Yeah. I mean, you're just gonna stick the spike one more time. Yes, this is just gonna be a common courtesy. Even Zekin doesn't get a kill out of that one. Def, well,
Make it stop! Oh, I want them to be good.
Sentinels into that round, but the game plan there are trying to get more map control, more space. Always blocked off by a smoke drop down by Demon 1 and a full defuse, at least so far into this game. Sentinels has to figure out now how they could actually drop Demon 1, prevent these smokes from actually being useful for the retakes for EG.
Hey, all I'm saying, Carl.
It looks like Sentinels was
Got your radiant icon.
Pushes to come from everywhere, right? Mard was looking at that drone. It's just he didn't expect 3 people.
That talking banana was onto something with your overplaying.
That's some pacing by Evil Geniuses. We know both of these teams to play the rounds quite long before they're ever seeing their opponents. Really touch and go, push and pull on each side on the extremities before we see that full action and take. Another round where the spike is down. EG has already gained a bit of Hall's control here. Getting Sentinels to sweat a little bit just to gain their first bit of territory that should almost be yours.
Pre-round comps are too lazy to get Viper in the first place. Me too. Me too. The bar's too high. Who the hell said it there?
It's just a jiggle from Jogimo activating the fault line. Out on the defensive
Ooh,
side
Carl, I scrapped your Radiant Rank up VOD.
1 minute left on the clock. All the Sentinels grouped up together. On a quasi buy that they want to buy around the rifle that was saved by
Didn't
Def.
feel like a good video.
The Trailblazer now, the difference that you see, the Initiator trying to clear a little bit more deeply into the site, seeing that at least Sands is clear for EG. EG looking to play a retake one more time.
It's been so solid for him.
Just wanted to see it.
Nice little clothesline there from Ethan through the smoke.
And I have it recorded.
No matter what, those Sentinels still make it inside the A site. Tap onto the spike to try to flush out that util. Even flushing out the defenders further back. Now the Showstopper comes out too in a Rolling Thunder on the attack. Jogimo's the one with the Showstopper, trying to push back towards the A main. He connects off the wall onto Def.
It was not on stream, Zendikar. We did it at a Discord stage channel.
2 versus 2. Big flash coming across. Steven gets the first. The trade off from Saucy at 1 versus 1. Sticking on this play.
Oh, come on. You have to root for Sentinels at this point, even if you don't like the team, because it's no fun to watch the team get 13-0'd.
Ethan, what a quiet
Generic
season he's
Joel.
had up until
Thank you so much
last
for the
week.
prime.
Up until last week, everybody remembering the Yoru game since lock-in, but where's that been? Where has this fire been from Ethan? Really, it's just been the comms in the background, but now the firepower is coming forward, and we're seeing that veteran status on the field. 5th round now coming out.
I love how my viewers are like adults with lives. So my worst days are Saturdays and Sundays on stream. It's like so backwards from every other streamer.
And here they'll get some more A main control and
Saturdays and Sundays are when everyone's off school and they tune in.
Right at the beginning of these rounds.
First off for the round. First off for the match. In the hands of Busio, just locking down towards tree. And Sentinels, you know, it's a default, slowing things down. Both
The weather's really nice today. I'm planning on going out after this series.
have been rather aggressive.
I guess we could root for Sentinels getting clapped, and I can go outside sooner.
And look at that gap continuing to close. Busio winning right now. Looking for the timing peak.
Ooh. That's good for Sentinels.
Do they keep going?
Oh, is it actually smokes down?
Looks like they're right
Is it like more of an equal trade, I guess? But they kill the op. Oh, this is lit.
Pushing by Sentinels, especially when you lost Marv.
How was dinner? Did your dinner strap pay off? Dude, it was lit. I ate so much.
But now you hear the rotation coming out from EG. The round has been flipped basically into the map.
Actually bad to play a live game today. The answer is it depends. If you're actually full try-harding and calming pre-round plans, full focus for 23 games straight, then it's fine. But you're not.
The first kill coming in as they're starting into this fuse. Ethan is trying to put it onto that halfway mark.
Less is more generally. The more games you can put in with high focus and intensity, the better, which usually results in less games per day. Dude. EG win that?
Canteen wasn't a worry. They keep pushing spawn. Canteen had to make such a distance to get to that spike play because it's planted a little deeper for the angle.
Dude.
So EG focuses
Chet
spawn. They
Vader,
push
thank you
back
for the
Sentinels,
prime.
who scaled in. It looked so good. They take sight. They take pressure. But it was B main. It was the reflank coming in from Evil Geniuses to be able to lock in that round. Starting off on a tear right now. Demon 1, 8, 1, and 2. Absolutely incredible what he's been able to produce for the team as well, going from
Hey guys, Coach Kaplan here, announcing the latest changes to the Sentinels roster.
At least somebody that's not missing a beat yet definitely is going to be.
It came out week 6, looking strong, but we took a hard loss against EG. That was not cool, as we've decided to bench the entire roster.
It's okay for Sentinels to move into the spike plans.
Absolutely.
And the flood retakes. That's one of the problems here that Sentinels has faced playing last week against Cloud9 even. Into those moments when you're trying to set up into the pulse plan, staying stuck inside the site, they were flooded by C9. This time you're playing outside. You're able to push into your opponent's
We're actually
position.
transitioning to playing Premier
They play a little
on
bit of that retake
stream.
game that EG was playing
The
against
entire
Greece.
Sentinels roster will be live tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific, playing in Division 20. Come cheer for us.
Shouldn't be too bad because he's going to have the showstopper this round. We'll see.
We've
what they
determined that it'd be more
with
lucrative.
this power. They're going for the regular 1-4. It actually looks like. Is Pancata going to come back? Okay, he's just chilling by the rope to start.
Yeah.
So again, slow round.
Sentinels needs to hire Hooch. They could
Let
not
EG
offer me
use
enough
this initial
money.
utility.
There's no
Sentinels will
world.
Drain that clock down to 1 before they really even execute here. And it's actually a very, very passive play by Evil Geniuses. They're expecting to get this show.
How much does he need to be paid to coach? So in order to coach a pro team, I'd have to stop streaming, which means I would need to be paid so much money that I'd be confident I could retire, even if I got benched as a coach in my first split. Because otherwise I could be throwing away my content creator gig for nothing. So $3 million? $3 million. Yeah.
It's going to be towards his B side.
That's my price.
Also inching towards arcade as the rest of Sentinels are looking to execute here towards his B
Because
side.
otherwise, I'm just risking my entire livelihood for nothing. No.
Now it's up to Death and Pancata. At least we get the
Single team in the world that paid $3 million for a coach. Exactly. And that's the problem with esports today.
inside the site this time around. Smokes dissipate. No kills coming through, and unfortunately there for Death. Meets his demise.
In other sports, players don't have to worry about getting benched in terms of like financial purposes.
onto the
they
spike
have to
defend
worry
even
about it
more.
because, you know, they love competing,
Now spots
but
two more as
esports has that like
protocols of EG.
constant
The ping
monetary
on the left to
dynamic.
right. The tap onto
Very
the
nice.
spike, but another delay.
Great
and also
delay.
the kill. He also has the lockdown, but decided not to use it at the beginning. Now with this recon,
Tough.
you know the demise.
What do you think is the
Did we
problem?
good?
I have no
A full
idea.
stick.
Saves that weapon, but that shows you how. Oh my God, no!
Caster curse from Riv.
But like, it's not hard to see that the problem's real. Like Curry is a great example of a player who just left the pro scene
What
to
a
get his
game
college
from
degree.
him, honestly, just a thorn in the side there and a nail in the coffin to end it. Ethan, that's the third, maybe fourth spray through
Dude,
smoke here.
6-0.
Phantom supremacy coming from a lot of the Valorant Americas players recently, as we're seeing Pearl and Fracture become smoke fests. But yeah,
And I'm an example of somebody who'll pretty much surely never enter the pro scene as a coach or as an analyst or anything, because there's not enough money in it.
Can they get close enough with members up, Vansili? They just seem to be getting torn apart or taking a lot of chip damage before they're finding the
Lack of
sites,
viewership and
making
revenue
close
compared to major
calls
sports.
even harder.
That's definitely part of it, but
Evil Genius
also
is now
we have no idea how much
6-0.
money Riot makes from these things because they're a private company.
Take flight, play towards halls, right out into sand here, and EG's letting this happen. They're taking it patient and see if Sentinels can find a frag.
I was looking into it, you know, the champion skin lines. So they give 50% of that to teams, and then teams give a smaller percentage of that to the players. And like, I mathed it out, and it ended up like player like Boaster got like 20 grand from the champions skin.
Rolling Thunder up.
Because Fnatic as a team kept 75% and gave their players 25% of the 50% that Riot gave them. It's messed up. Nah, dude, this game is so bad. Sentinel sucks, dude. I'm gonna say it. I almost never say a team sucks. I usually say the other team's playing really good. I'm not gonna lie though. Sentinels, what are we doing?
It feels like I'm just a song being held on loop. It's the fuse through smokes and the fuse after the fuse here for EG.
Oh my gosh. And then the aggression into A main there as well, knowing the numbers, knowing the pressure, and being the body block.
Yeah, FNL. Oh, sorry, Mela. You're not wrong, but that's also like the problem with it. Like you ask, why aren't you? Wouldn't you consider a pro off a region? And that's why. And that's why a lot of players also won't consider going pro, who like could be game changers in the pro scene. It's the money, ultimately. It sucks, but that's how it is. There's not enough money in competing. I don't think so, Cloud. Valorant's not as approachable as a game as something like soccer. Like, you can take a 70-year-old grandma and explain soccer to her, and she can watch a soccer match. You cannot do that for Valorant.
Saucy looking for the duel, spotted. Just on the top over here by Giacomo. And then greeted by Demon. There's just no opportunities now for Sentinels to really try to find any opening towards this B site. No lurk kills.
Bro, they're gonna get 0.
No ways to turn around back in the favor of the attack side. And with the spike being down, this is gonna be potentially...
Yeah, it's less about easier Uzi, and it's more about the money in the current economy. Many people want to compete at a pro level, regardless of how hard it is, but they don't want to do it at loss of their financial future.
With multi-kills on these rounds. Sentinels not having an answer is actually just EG playing so damn well right now. Sometimes that's what it comes down to. And
It's not about how hard it is. It's about how like it's an immature decision to make for a lot of people to go pro.
Honestly, I mean, Demon 1 has been there quite longer than we expect, I should say, actually, to correct myself. But it just seems like EG has refined how this works. Pancata goes down.
Well, he got his 2. Too bad EG's won 8 in a row and they can full buy next round.
Where'd they go? You know, so it just seems like that is definitely becoming a factor here. Sentinels finding that identity, being able to get everybody on the same page for each game. And yeah, EG is just over that hill and still climbing.
It's pretty much red alert right now for Sentinels.
Dude, Sentinels is flustered.
Into the map. Trying to find ways to salvage the last few rounds here of their attack. Latest head coach right now, Kaplan, trying to figure things out, and maybe an indication that they might be a little bit more comfortable on the defensive half. Maybe that's why you want to burn out these 2 timeouts right now, and at least we're hoping that if we're on the side here.
Now, I'm even talking about people who like can go pro, who have all of the capabilities and the qualities. Even a lot of those players choose not to do it because of the financials.
It's too good right now. She's just smiling the whole time. And she must be happy as well, getting this team figured out the way that it will work against each team week to week, different play styles, and finding that flow. Seems like calm.
I've come to the difficult decision that this team effing sucks.
Ethan coming back into form a little bit, and Demon One being able to slot in is something.
So, anyways, I'm breaking my contract and signing with EG.
With 2 players. It's like, what's going on here? What are we missing? What are they doing?
Yeah, exactly. The silver one. A lot of people want to compete at a pro level, even people who can compete at a pro level, but it's not a financially sound decision.
We ultimate here for Demon One to start off this next round. Sentinels on a stinger and Vandal buy.
Like, just consider if I had to stop streaming to coach a team. And let's say I'm making good money as a coach for that team. The problem is when I inevitably get benched for one reason or another, that revenue disappears instantly. And a fire is lit under my ass.
Now moving into the site, Zekin makes it towards the top. Another retake game now for EG. As a recon dart came in, that got the ping, allowing Ethan to get the spray kill onto Zekin, and unfortunately, we still haven't made it into the site for our plat.
Spike spawn.
Is Tens sick or what? So Tens had a wrist injury, I believe, and he couldn't play for 1 week, and they ran Marv, their sub, and Marv performed really well. And then Kaplan announced we're benching Tens, and we're running Marv. But Tens is still on the roster. And now they're getting clapped.
No opportunities for him to go for any heroic plays. With 44 seconds left, you can already see it. Another attempt to save, and that opens up the whole map for
FNL. That's not really true. There's a lot of pro players who stream all the time that nobody watches.
30 seconds
I think that's like a
good plan.
Be like, oh, well, you go pro, you got the fallback of being a streamer or on the analyst desk or whatever. And no, you don't. Not really. You have to be charismatic in some way for that.
They could have had Seekers right off that ramp grab and gotten into sight. EG is not toying around right now.
Say you earn more than most of the best pro players? Yes. I do. Easily make more money than any coach for any pro team as far as I know in Valorant.
Okay, let's try to put that into action. Oh my god.
And definitely more than a lot of players.
Figuring out that corner was held. That was a spike again. And not that
just look at, there's 2 teams in the league that are funded by content creators. That should show you how screwed it is, Carl. Like, Disguised Toast is paying a full team from his own pockets.
Yeah, still not working.
And then Ludwig and Moist Critical have their own team.
A little bit of love towards B here.
Still work full-time, Hoosh? No. I'm a full-time streamer for another year.
Sticking together and love those strats.
You want to go with what's obvious, right?
Yep.
3 ultimates available, going into default. Lock down, clear out the B site. But look at EG. Okay, nice pain shell kills at least off the jogging mode.
I'm going back to cybersecurity at the moment of any threat to my financial stability, though.
So if Sentinels are all staying inside the site, this orbital strike could do a lot of damage.
That's exactly right. I think that's I like why Sentinel's not moving out. We have arcade cover here. Stairs take coming in though from EG.
All 3 of those people are massive creators. Yeah, but they're paying a full team of 5 players. You have to be good to be a content creator? What do you mean good? Let's go.
There it is. Get the tourniquet. Stop the bleeding. Looks like Sentinels get themselves around. And a pretty good one at that. Keeping quite a few up. Able to build a little bit of economy right now. They have...
I think he means lawfully good, chat. Like, do you have to be a law-abiding citizen? And I would say no. I don't think that's a quality you need.
So it doesn't look like too big of a hill to climb. But there is still quite a bit of econ to break through here. I don't know if they're going to do it before the second half. 2 more rounds here. Sentinels tasting a little bit of the W.
Esports teams are net negative streets in terms of revenue. I don't know of any esports team that pulls a profit from their esports endeavors.
I think they're giving Sentinels a little more room.
Well, there is Elise pushing here towards the A side.
Oh dear.
Second satcheling into the B side. 1v1 against Busio. Drops and turns around. But it's still the advantage for Sentinels. Nice trade coming out from Pankata, supporting the rest of their team this time around on the split into the A site.
Placing swarm grenade.
Good defense set up already. They don't have to deal with too many ultimates here unless Jogamo goes crazy. Nope.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's like the Uber Eats dilemma, where it's not profitable today, but if they can take control of enough of the market by keeping prices low today, putting air quotes in low, I understand if you disagree that their prices are low, but I digress. The strategy is if you take control of enough of the market, then you can eventually make profit. I'm talking about Uber as the company, Rare doesn't make money from Uber Eats.
Like Sentinels are ironing out the kinks, right? To think about it, this is actually the third composition Sentinels has brought to Fracture. We had week 1 versus 100 Thieves. They played the double duelist. Then we saw them bring the Fade double initiator combo.
Bearded Flannel Man, thank you for the Prime. And Austin Coffee, thank you for the Prime.
Another change. So 3 comps.
Isn't Uber Eats a profiting company as labeled as a non-profit because the fast food place their pay? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I worked at Uber and I've read their investor reports. They're a publicly traded company. You can go read all of their numbers.
Last 2 rounds though may show us different.
If I recall correctly, their big winner is Uber Freight. You probably didn't know existed.
Fast towards satellite from Sentinels.
Very nice flashes to open it up. Sasi gets the first blood into Dish. Weak in EG holding back towards the A site.
The Uber Freight, F-R-E-I-T-H-T, like freight truck. Oh, let's go! 9-3!
Actually, Pankata moving up from Sands to not allow any of the players from Sentinels to drop. So if a 5 versus 2, things are looking really good now to put 3 in a row for Sentinels, and that's how you want to finish the half. Lucio moving up, looking for the flawless, but it's not going to happen, but at least the victory should be coming in. All
right, if Demon 1 wins this, I'm switching back to Vandal, and I'm using the blue Prime Vandal skin.
And with that, Section gets the final kill, and we do have what could potentially be a blessing for Sentinels now, because we have a 9-3 half.
9-3, 9-3.
Necessary to create that cushion, to take off the pressure of the pistol round. Like we said, EG second best pistol round win percentage here, so they're going to come out swinging.
All right, well, let's send it over to the floor. We actually have Dan Dryad talking with BCJ's family.
Thank you guys so much. And I'm over here with Deanne and Brent. And like you said, family from BCJ and his mom. And
now we got to wait. Get some chess going. At halftime. Who has to play? What's your ELO? Like 1750 on chess.com rapid. Yeah, Andrew Nandy, you should read the stream title. That should explain to you why you can't type in the Discord stream chat. Thank you for the Prime. Okay, what's the move here? I think it's Queen B3. Is this Lily? Oh, I'm trolling. I have to take this way. I'm actually trolling for that move. I forgot about this. Oh! I'm getting cooked. I'm actually getting cooked right now. Okay. We got some threats in the position though. Like I think this is still pretty good for me. But this is a really fragile position for black. game starting. Thank you.
If that site gets hit quick, already playing towards spawn. So retake B for Sen. EG all towards A.
Exactly.
All towards A. It's just going to be Boostio hanging back to keep that turret alive for now. Oh, we may get a little action to start here.
Yeah, because even on
Okay. We got to watch the game. I resign.
So a small stalemate, but we're still looking to move forward and fight for Sentinels. Aftershock pushing back EG. Now Crossfire set up for Sentinels at the AOE.
Dingle danger. Thank you for the prime.
And there's that crossfire, but he still gets the open.
Death! Death!
Comes in with 3 kills with the Frenzy.
Frenzy Death! John, thank you for the 3 months.
Oh my god. Read like a book on that one. It's like a breather at the halftime. Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, frenzy supremacy on that one, if you will. Very nicely done.
Versus Def needs gets benched, needs to be banned from the server because he got 130k with a frenzy. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm also not saying you're right, you know? I think that's the L way to form your opinions, seeing a good round. I think it depends. If the person who said Def needs to get benched and they pointed to individual errors, I'd agree that they're clueless. But if they pointed to structural issues with the team related to Def, then I could see their argument. Of course, I've got no idea if Def is a good or bad fit for Sentinels. But if they presented adequate evidence backing their claim, I wouldn't dismiss it.
That allows for Sentinels to push forward. Boostio just waiting for a peek behind that turret, but it's not even needed. Zekin spotted him, drops him.
Oh, he's using Red Recon Phantom. Never mind. That's the greatest Phantom skin in the game.
Up the A site for EG to move in.
That's good news.
Saucy now being cornered by a combo, but still makes it out alive here. Plant comes down for EG.
We'll see low KDA, Sumi's bad. Well, fortunately this morning I got coked hard by Fake Bananas. As long as I have high assists, I'm a great initiator player. Music to my ears. Okay. If we can see a proper bonus round here, then it's anybody's game.
Good calls. Way to recontrol on that A main and make EG, make Sentinels come to, make EG come to you. Figure out that positioning. You see Saucy, you're pushing back in. They both come back towards that sand area. And EG just cannot gain control. It's like you have the site, but it doesn't feel good if you haven't taken anybody out or know where they are. It is just dangerous to plan. 9-5 now.
What if in Valorant you couldn't get credits and only by getting kills you got credits to buy guns?
No saves, no nothing.
So there's a snowball effect like League of Legends. He's too fed. He's got a Vandal on round 3.
Last week. So it's great to see him back on form as well for the team.
Blinded.
So combination for EG to gain dish control. Recon Dart with the satchels. Free orb now for Jogimo. Both initiators once again on the A side for Sentinels. As a fault line came out.
I think that could be a funny game mode. Oh, Ethan. That's the red recon fit. No. Ban him from the in-houses. Get him out of the in-houses.
The last 2 players of Sentinels. You talked about a big round here, Riv. A bonus round for Sentinels. So you're hoping to get something out of that, but unfortunately it's a flawless for EG instead.
Yeah. The flawless was definitely the exact opposite of the round we were thinking here. Solo, too. I think only one of those was even in the eyes of Calm because the swing was so wide.
Yep.
Coming out from Zekin there, but yeah.
Taco Panda.
Not much else than
thank you for the prime.
On that. 15-5 on the breach this game. Rolling Thunder ready now after that bonus round. And now Sentinel's gonna have to figure out how they want to retake or push this map, right? Do you want to push when you're down, when you need your econ? You don't have as much freedom to try and take a main control as much.
Okay. It's a Rolling Thunder for the rest of pinch out from drop. Zekin did get tagged for a bit from that Rolling Thunder, and it's a fast execution for EG into the A site. Flash, retaliate by Sentinels, the double peek coming out. Zekin gets 2 kills, and so does EG. Spike now falls. As Juggernaut's looking to get the plant. And with this plan, we'll also have the showstopper. A 3 versus 2 Rolling Thunder available for depth. Gets it out right now, and Sentinels follows right behind it. A flash towards the front of the A side. A counter from Ethan. The first tilt coming out, and then the showstopper onto depth. And it's up to EG now with the advantage. A 2 versus 1. It's up to the Iceman. Molly's still available. A 1 versus 1 first. The jiggle out from Ethan. Playing with them as Jordan comes in on the other side of the smoke. And it's EG with the post-plant hold.
Sentinels.
But they were toying with that sidestep. EG just on the step ahead. And yeah, wow. That looked
What can they do? What can they do?
Quite a bit, but the ult's coming online.
They have such an experience gap. Like the EG roster
Rolling Thunder go through
has been playing together so much longer.
Just be there's no return on investment other than open angles for EG to find when they come around the corner.
It's so hard.
Not the case. Just the
like the coordination is so palpable.
Now, so they've taken bonus round on. Can they keep Sentinels down? A stinger by on that side.
It's not as simple as adapting, Rare, because both teams are working against one another. Like any adaptation Sentinels tries to make, EG like feels it out faster.
And they wait this round out again, down towards a minute for a lot of these teams. Both teams having an average time of up to 40 seconds or 42 seconds on average to get that first kill. So you can see their teams that play the extremities, wait, pull out util, and wait for that signature to come back up to rehit.
And AG's okay with that.
Sentinels has to be like a case study because they're the most watched esports org in Valorant, and they're the most losing esports org in Valorant right now.
All of these ultimates are moving,
which is usually those things usually don't go hand in hand in traditional sports.
Dropping Jogimos is trying to satchel to find space into B site. All of the players of Sentinels rotated across, but now some doubts. Sasi rotated back towards the A side, so that's weakened out the defense onto B. And it's only Marv by himself. No open plant now for long. Ethan stays inside the site.
Fans of the players, you think? Yeah, but usually the players who get the most fans are usually the best players. Like, for example, look at basketball. Can you name me a quote-unquote GOAT of basketball who, like, doesn't win frequently? Usually the GOATs of, or the players who get the largest fan bases are the best players in other sports.
Incredibly unexpected. Evil Geniuses losing that one, and Sentinels coming up.
But I feel like Valorant is the flashiest players, not the best players.
Just goes the way of Evil Geniuses, so Sentinels doing everything they can here to keep them.
Yeah, I think it's because of streaming too. LeBron on the Lakers last season, sure, but that's like one season. The dude's a huge winner when you look across the board.
Boostio, the only one staying alive, but that money that Sentinels has to work through is still a problem. Another buy for Evil Geniuses.
I actually think it is because of streaming. Because when you watch 10 stream, he does win a ton of the time. Because he's one of the GOATs of solo queue for sure.
Getting that early info so they can at least start to form a plan before Evil Geniuses hits a site. Can be a ring around the rosy here.
Exactly. Heard the recon dart towards the A side, never got shot off, so EG are inching into the A-holes, waiting for a timing to get into...
Because they're getting some L's in the past couple of years. Yeah, but did anyone become popular in traditional sports before they became a winner, Carl? Because Cristiano Ronaldo built up a huge fan base because he was a winner, right? And now, sure, he's not winning as much, but he built that fan base. I guess you could argue Tens built up that fan base because he took Sentinels to Reykjavik, actually.
Audio cues as well. For a play like Boostio, right, you're hearing people move through spawn, which way they're rotating. So EG, well, flexing a little bit to A-halls, is hearing Sentinels adjust on the map. Smokes for Aftershock. A little bit of a fake here as well to start drawing util. Very nicely done.
Smoke, owl drone.
Yeah.
Connor McDavid in hockey? Never heard of him. But thank you for the prime overheated 11.
Only one player is holding.
I'm sorry, but if it's not
Smoke's coming down. Jogmo snatching in.
Who's the... Oh man, I'm actually... One sec. I'm embarrassed right now. I'm forgetting the name of my hockey goat.
And the spam's coming out from the util. The plat then comes in into the corner for long A.
He's got like a brother, and the funniest stat, yeah, Wayne Gretzky. Isn't the stat like Wayne Gretzky and his brother have the most goals in the league, and his brother's got like 1 or something, like all time? There's some really funny stat like that.
Evil Geniuses has constantly forced the hand of Sentinels, where they're moving, how they can position, what util they're trying to delay with. He goes to B, they get out a ton of priority utility, and like the aftershock, the nade, the drone. They go back
Carlton
to A,
P.
and they're
Banks,
able to
thank you for
just
the prime.
absolutely turn Sentinels for a loop as Sentinels tries to hold, try to scale in. No ground game. 12-6 here. Game point for EG.
What map are they banning? Because I think I found a new map they should ban. You're not wrong, dude. Sentinels got cooked on this map last week, too.
Straight down to B with a little bit of
It's okay, guys. Next map is our pick. We're all Sentinels fans now because I want a series. If you're not a Sentinels fan, pretend.
They haven't been deterred from any of the strats they want to run.
It's a little bit faster this time.
Ooh.
Jogama's already.
Wait, Jogama's put in the hours. Did you see that?
Come had the Hunter's Fury, but it still decides to move into the site to plant. Now forced to play out into the corner.
What?
Sentinels looking to play the retake, a double flank out.
They missed the breach thingy.
Try to open it off. Nice little stun out from Saucy's Trailblazer to get the assist onto that kill. Things are looking pretty good for Sentinels for the retake, at least for now. Player advantage. Calm still inside of the site.
The breach thingy didn't kill him. What? Where'd the game go? What?
To start off the series.
Where'd the game go? Well, what happened? Why did we already tab out? We were just on a retake.
And then you put the fact that
where did the game
continue to read Sentinels in and out.
Nick, thank you for the 1 month.
Ethan back on top of his game right now.
Oh my god. What a game. EG wins. Oh my god, there's like no viewers today. 55,000 points. Was it like good weather or something, chat?
And then when you're starting to figure out, okay, EG's not really here, where do we want to fight back? They're overcooking, overthinking, and EG just capitalizes on their attack side too. Now
I'll start out the prediction.
Wanted to choose this map to start off the series.
Yeah, they take Fracture, they take the first pistol, and they don't take second pistol, but they basically take the bonus round on to bring us into map 2. We'll be right back to have that map for you after this.
Okay, Pearl's our map, chat. It's nice outside in Seattle right now. Yeah, it is. It's really nice out. It's actually like incredibly nice out. I'm going out right after this series. Sack it. Are you guys familiar with this opening? I call it the Hooge. Your bet is processed rare. The bot sometimes will tell you that the interaction failed. Apologies. Okay, now how's my opening become good? When do I just win? Well, let's continue our lead in development. Okay. That's a strong move. I'll slide this way. Go. Push. Okay. I'll take. And then I'll play rook here. I got the pressure on. You know, I'm down a minor piece, but I've got comp. I've got compensation. You can't argue with that. The more I play, though, the more you can argue with that. Ooh. Okay. Disappointed that basically every NA franchise team is bad except for Cloud9. So bad at the beginning, they completely changed everything and it worked. 100 Thieves and Cloud9 are both good, no? And NRG and EG. What is the pen flash? EG, 100 Thieves, NRG, and Cloud9. Are these teams not all quite strong? You miss Optic? What do you mean? That's NRG. NRG is the Optic roster. NRG 100 Thieves have both struggled a lot. No, I think the competition is just very tough in the league because we got like Loud and like Brazil's a really strong region. I would agree that there are a couple lackluster teams in the league looking at you Sentinels. Brazil had been troll before franchising her, but they're not troll. We're talking about right now, yeah? Ooh. That's a move. No, but if takes. Ooh, takes with check. It's almost neutralized. I think that line looks not bad. It forces a king move. Wait, he didn't take the rook. Instead, he chooses to blunder his knight. Fascinating. This is also fine. Can't I just like give a little Chekaruski? Slide out of the way. Thank you. Oh, that simplifies things. I had takes. Let's go. Why is SEN lackluster? Other than the fact that they're getting clapped every single game they play in the league. That's about it. You don't see Cloud9, Energy, or 100 Thieves challenging for the Tokyo title? Really? I see both NRG and Cloud9 having potential odds for a title. Wouldn't give them high odds. I wouldn't give any team high odds, though, because there's so many teams. Yeah, but why? What do you mean? That's too difficult to ascertain without having inside knowledge about how the team scrims. Like, I don't see their strat sheets. I don't see their comms. I don't understand their personal approach to the game. And without knowing those things, it's hard to identify the problem. And even then, identifying the problem is, that's not even a thing either. The odds that it's like some singular problem and they just fix it, very low. It's likely an amalgamation of problems which combine to lead to a team that's having trouble. They just need to work on the Valorant aspect of Valorant. Yeah. Okay, if I can't punish double isolated queen pawns, then I'm the worst chess player in the galaxy. Agreed? Or what? Like, I've got the Marotsi bind on D5 right now. That's not the right terminology, I know. And I'm gonna be like developing. Yeah, I mean, this just feels really strong. I think we get more passive here, actually, because after castles, I want the D file open. You study chess regularly, Hooch? I do not. Although I'm looking, I would like to turn this into a series on Cozy Woohoojim where I get really good at chess. But I want to do it with a like content creator, like a grandmaster or something. Opening, are you interested in studying? None of them. The middle game is what fascinates me. So complicated. Opening theory is boring. It's necessary to a certain degree, but I don't think it's nearly as important as many people make it out to be. Okay, so let's threaten the juicer. If he takes, I take, and we've got great pressure on the d4 pawn. Perfect. I'm glad to just take that out of the equation because now this pawn is undefended. Like if he plays rook takes, I just play queen takes, I believe. This is good too. Because now I think I can scoot the knight. Ooh, I got options. This pawn's going to be backwards and it's going to be a target. But this pawn's also a target. Yeah, I have reached out to Naroditsky. I also agree that it would be good content. I really need to get my rooks onto the D file, so I'm offering this knight trade because I think there's two ways it goes down. And this is way number 2. And I think this results in me playing... Ooh, actually, there's a cheeky threat in the position. Defend it. Hikaru collab? I'm not the biggest fan of Hikaru. I don't know. I don't think I'd collab with him. No. He's taken, like, sponsorships from gambling websites. It's just not my type of guy. I don't know. Ooh. Okay. Now we strike. Knight d5. You attack this knight. And we'll take rook. Ooh. Okay. Let's continue pressuring. Okay, and that removes a defender of the pawn. Yoink. Ooh. Do I have takes? Takes. Okay, takes, rook takes, queen sack works because I've got mate threat. What about takes, rook takes here? Takes for queen. I think this is a strong move. I think this queen's overloaded on defending from back rank. So right here, he can't take back, I believe. So I'm just winning a clean rook. Oh, I guess after takes, I've got check. Okay. I mean, this is fine. I'm just winning now. They did actually have check queen e1, but that's still winning for me for sure. Okay. And now once again, we're threatening for some time. Yeah. Then we'll just trade everything off. Just trade everything off, win the queen. Let's go. We got game 2. What's prediction?
Around
Sentinels map pick. Sentinels map pick. Let's go.
And that's been a big ask of Zekken lately, right? Yep. And can Zekken step up now, being able to focus on this duelist role, everyone behind him, facilitating Zekken with that utility.
At this point, you're convinced Sen could scrap the entire team, run the entire Fnatic roster, and still lose. Sentinels just cursed. Oh my god.
Deter EG. They want to play right towards it.
Look at the minimap.
A for Sentinels here, and you can see the pings going straight up.
This is a hard A retake.
So EG know their plan to go and plant. We'll see where the plant spot is and how this affects Calm. Maybe it's going to be planted for him and post-plant util here, but Calm just making sure that A main is clear, and we're going to get a full Sentinels retake.
This is something that EG loves to do here. Getting control towards Arc, using the harbor to get the high tide, crossing off the A site and get the plant.
Ooh. No! Yes. Second.
Again, the frenzies, Vansili. Again, the frenzies.
This time with Ethan too. Advantage comes out now for the attack. Tap onto the spike, and the ghost is being
yeah, no, this is the pro comp right now. Harbor Viper is like super strong.
Pancata falls, and both players can now close in. 6 HP left onto Zekken on a 2 versus 1. And you're just playing the patient game.
That's tough.
EG looking to seal the faith and let Zekken get an ace.
Second diff. Second diff.
Activating onto the cloud. And EG with the pistol.
Zekken getting to the plate, stepping up to the plate. Almost the ace, Vansili. 4 kills on that round for Zekken. And he is taken down in the end. Tall task there to be able to defuse and get that amount of pressure taken care of. Calm comes up with a kill. EG caught with another pistol round. They add to the stats once again, and they took off once they got pistol round.
Hello, Rick. Thank you for the prime.
We'll see if Sentinels can keep him at bay this time. It is going to be a Marshall buy there for Zekken since he did get the 4K. He'll spend a little bit of that money. This A push is going to start with the spike down, and Sentinels are kind of moving this Def ball around a little bit. It looks like we'll see Saucy and Def moving around together throughout the map. Pretty consistent.
Can't you do Neon instead of Jet
like
this comp?
This combo together, so keep it on for that.
Yeah, I think it's a bit
The
worse.
slow push from EG will continue on A.
Because Neon has to like run across that open B space. It might be better. I don't know.
It's actually posted up now.
Neon substitute for Jet definitely is viable. The op is an important gun though. And Neon is a little worse at wielding it, but it's not that big of a deal, in my opinion.
And nobody to greet EG into the round. Safe plant, easy one as well.
Spike planted.
There's one hiding in the mound. It's Pancata.
Oof.
When are you gonna write a Chromebook session and put your Discord chat in the Twitch chat div?
Are falling in towards flower pots. Last two players from Sentinels were waiting here.
I guess I could do that.
It's looking to be a pretty clean flawless so far for EG.
Sentinels might have had a bit of a reflank there coming around from B, but both players do decide to go back through spawn. And we see the last one here, Marv. Maybe a shot? Maybe a pixel? No, a Demon 1 now getting 3, which adds to the Blade Storm coming up faster as well. Ethan's pretty close to his ult as
Problem
well.
is I think I'd have to iframe Discord, and I'm not sure they let you do that.
And you got to think Zekin's one away too. So we could get some very, very early ultimates. Oh, the smoke kills don't stop, we see. From one map to the next, a few more going through these walls.
Less annoying for one monitor, people.
Towards A to start
Wow.
here.
Why doesn't Twitch just give me a reasonable cut of subscription revenue? That's less annoying for content creators.
Push here on this A orb. They think Zekin might be getting that ultimate. Quick 1-2. I wonder if they deny the orb themselves, right? Not too much mid play this game. We'll have to see which team decides to go for that first. Usually it's the defense. Harbor wall coming up is Zekin. Will start off with a first one, and he does
Zekin.
down. That's a big frag and confidence for him and for the team to start off here in this bonus.
That was a good flash by Saucy to get the info onto the B link.
Just caught him.
Sentinels are also playing very passive info. Look at that alarm bot all the way down towards the Fender spawn. Turret up towards Art. That's going to sound the alarm for Sentinels to get ready. Knowing now that there's potentially a split into A. EG just
This is the world's weirdest Pearl attacker side half. They're just hitting A.
Ethan off that frag gets the Seekers.
This is not normal.
Off the players into spawn. Nobody watching, nobody rotating, and nobody flanking from Sentinels. All of them are moving in from spawn.
Doggy dog world out there.
Second once again leading the charge. Clearing up the space into the retake of the A side. Joggimo playing very close. They are in a bonus, trying to play with the Spectre, dancing it around.
Whoa! Joggimo felt too pressured to peek there.
That gives enough time for the rest of EG just to play the post plant pretty much. Denies here.
Okay, they're gonna know that it's all art. So Sentinels has good odds, but this is still tough.
Players waiting on the other end, and it's still Pankata.
Okay, just barely.
1 versus 1 against Com. As the protocols were there for both of the teams, just dependent to see who's going to win those duels, and it's going to be Sentinels.
And for this map,
Yeah, teams. I mean, it's sort of like they have to strong side B, Pen Flash. Like on Lotus, you can't run a single guy A, you know?
For Sentinels, and they need rounds now. That Blade Storm's up. You might even get a drop towards somebody now. Just
Dubs, you cannot do that. If you know anything about how HTTPS works in SSL, you'd know that a random process can't just read the contents of another process like that, or read the network request. That would be an incredible security vulnerability. If a Chrome extension could just read what's going on your other tab.
Looks like they'll pull off this time as we watch EG go for A.
And be like, oh, I read your network request and I grabbed the password for your bank account.
Pretty quick here. He's going to try to be all over the map to be where EG's activating.
Udon, what's up? I believe, so you have to, the way Chrome extensions work, I know because I've published one, is you have to declare what scope of data it needs to access from the current tab. And then
at the tail front of
the user, when they install that, has to like see that scope of data access requests depending on what you're accessing.
Off the third jump, the contact to come in, the reckoning to come out of Joggimo into the B site.
Most Chrome extensions just touch CSS and
they've identified a lot of players
HTML.
just by shooting, actually, so EG should have a good idea of how this
what the extension you published do.
Taken back by Sentinels.
It's so dumb. Let me see. Maybe I've got it installed. I'll show you after this game. One of my friends asked for me to make this for them, okay? My friend was like, well, Hoojin, I really want an extension that does this. And I'm like, I mean, I can do that, I guess, but that seems really simple. And they were like, yeah, but I want it. And I'm like, okay. And I made it for them. And I'll show you after this round.
And nothing seems to be working here for Sentinels. There's no cover,
It's funny
no
that you type
safety.
what with a J like that, Mr. Potato, because my extension actually inserts a J in the word for no reason.
At least trying to do a little bit of damage before he escapes, but it's still going to be the round for EG.
Do I even have this extension installed?
That's crazy, Vansilli. These smoke spams.
I do. Here it is. Here's my extension. So it's called YouTube Search with a J, and you can just type anything, and it searches that in a new tab on YouTube. That's it. That's what he wanted. He's like, I want to be able to search YouTube, but I don't want to have to open a tab.
It gets spammed down. You know, things are just
So bam,
getting stopped.
this opens a new tab with your search query.
No way.
That's what he wanted.
When that happens. 3-1 now.
It's not hard.
So do not let that bonus go any further.
You get this from the Chrome store? Yeah.
And they're back onto a low buy.
Chrome
It does have a
YouTube Search extension.
A few bits of armor, but they're piecing together what they can.
I think we're gonna have to put that in quotes.
It looks tough. It looks like EG can just pick them apart whenever they want.
Wow, even that didn't work.
Long
Wait.
B push once again. It's just going to be Zekin this time.
Oh, it's
looking to fight.
It's also
Staying alive in the back of the site.
the J's are silent.
Finally, his teammates speed up.
It's spelled like that.
What? Still a plant coming in for EG. I like it. From a cove into a poison orb.
Chrome
just making sure that John will
extensions.
get the plant and fall back. Pancata with that save rifle though.
Hey, there it is.
So no backline defenders in the B site.
Version 42069.
First Nanostorm to come out. The second one being thrown down, but shot right
That
away.
sounds like me.
That's less delays now for EG. Now time for the bloodbath. Poison orb into the snake bite. Nobody can actually get into the defuse so far for Sentinels.
Why'd you call it YouTube Search with the silent J's? I've got no idea. I don't remember.
Right here as the high tide comes down, still as we have nobody onto the spike. The round's gonna come in for the geniuses.
Bro.
As Busio adds up 4 kills into the round.
You shouldn't have to call my mistype out like that. Yeah, but it was surprisingly relevant.
There. It's kind of like, what is happening right now? Gets the classic kill on the end of that one. They still had safety with one more player anyways.
Spam this.
These harbor walls so neat.
What runs with
Start
Sentinel?
cutting things off, pressuring Sentinels to have to push forward there. And
This-
it does not make it easy for the retake when you're bundled up like that.
Yeah.
Here's a big buy now.
Is
Operator
pen to help send? Yeah, but we're on Sentinel. Sentinel with the silent J. Okay.
On that post plan, it's so hard for the defenders to get through that wall to fight back too. So
you've already tried to use your util to get into sight.
Exactly.
They got to use it to take B long back. It's the layers that come into taking B there do become difficult, even though it's the main strategy we see. You're still able to drain your opponent of utility. A hit here, already very close up for the lockdown. Blade Storm for EG as well. As they try to put the pressure onto Sentinels.
Conventional.
Well. Remember, we have an operator in this round too, Vansilli.
The thing is with the pit, there's still the front of that pit to be able to plant.
Def.
Yeah, still gets the wallbang kill onto Busio.
Come on.
One player did get locked down, but it's still going to be safe.
Oh, God. How come Ethan hits them every time? Check his PC. He just spams and hits them.
It's kind of a neat pit. Leaving the plant space open as Reckoning comes out. It almost allows Sentinels to get forward and use that util a lot closer.
Ooh. Zekin just got to pick off Calm.
Okay, let's go, Zekin.
If that was possible, EG would rotate out that area. And with that flash,
great find.
Players can get
Let's go, Bobbies. Thank you so much for the prime. Death! Death! Yes!
4 versus 1, 25 seconds left on the clock. Rifle and Blade Storm available.
If Demon wins this, I'm a Jet Knives only player.
And will get the kill. The hold still matches to work for Sentinels, despite a very interesting Viper's Pit that went towards
Ooh,
the
JPC's name is just
like that a lot.
PC.
Lately, I feel like Viper's Pit allows a team to, all the space they want to encroach back into a position there because you have the ability to get on each side and then take it.
Yep.
There, Sentinels get the chance to stay just outside and quickly pop flash through the smoke.
Has your if X wins, I'll do X ever come true? Yes, I have to stick with the red Recon Phantom until the end of the episode. And yes, I have been following through with it.
7. Sentinels able to stop the bleeding a little faster here, show a little bit more gusto on Pearl. But it looks like EG still has the upper hand as of now. That operator is still in play. And we said it would be tough for a last round win. Didn't even matter. They didn't need Zekin for that.
I feel like we've been at 1,130 Discord subs forever. Do you guys not want the banana suit stream? Should we change it? Raise to Radiant stream?
Usually an op in jet, you're thinking about lockdowns towards the lane of Belong, towards A entrance. But Sentinels did do their homework, knowing that EG likes to look for this pressure into Art. That's where they're holding the op there.
Jogamo get reckoning.
I'd specifically be doing double satchel raise.
They've had a lot to get themselves in these sites, and B position is ready for a reckoning. Also, A is outside of sight. So
We at 1150 what happened? Well, unlike normal sub counters, mine doesn't just go up. Mine tracks current active amount of paid Discord subscribers, which means we could never hit 1500.
Looks for the retake, looks for the flank, and gets denied. And that gives an opportunity for Calm to get his own lurk, while the rest of EG are looking for the plant, which will be successful in the A site.
Spike planted.
Really clean thought here by the side of EG to grab the orb. Jogamo with a shot, traded back by
Don't most normal sub counters only count current paying subs? No, most sub goals on like Twitch count, like they start at 0 and they just count up as they gain subs. That's how the Twitch sub counter overlay works. I know because I've used it.
Nothing here that Sentinels could do, as they still had that lurk from EG in the back spawn.
EG playing the map beautifully there. It is identifiable by Sentinels or by your opponent when you grab the alt orb and where that might go, right? It would go onto Jogamo. Already nobody was in sight considering that's a possibility. EG then uses Reckoning outside the site, exactly where Sentinels is.
Oh, this feels too much like game 1. Hydrification, thank you for the prime.
Like I said, one step ahead, creating these rounds for themselves, and it will be a timeout called now.
What can you really do at this point now, Riv? Sentinels, I mean, they've been burning out timeouts after timeouts from the first map to the second.
Yeah.
And even trying to fight towards that mid control and trying to get that up there, trying to get the first pick, it still doesn't work out for them.
I'm pretty sure last time Sentinels called a timeout, EG like pushed every extremity of Fracture, right? One of the first ones. So I don't know if EG are using this time as well to say.
I don't think there's anything we can spam to help them, chat. I think we just have to give them our energy. Death has a banana.
Now being favored for that.
Death has a banana.
Saves on the side of Sentinels, saving a bit of cash to get into next round, knowing this is going to be tough. Whether or not they're
oh my God,
this alive,
Sentinels has this in the bag.
Numbers. So any way they can get
Sentinels has
economy,
this in the bag.
More util. The low buy is one.
I'm squashed. Thank you for the prime.
I like that call, actually, from that operator in the hands of Demon 1. That was the op that was picked up and left behind by Zekin when he got dropped on that previous round. You saw Jogamo pick it up. And off this timeout, EG wants to find an opportunity. How can he use this op on the attack? He's posted up to work towards Belong.
Yeah. Not much pressure on Belong at all. So this may be one of the first looks they're going to be taking. Thinking Sentinels might usually push this area.
Okay, Udon, you want down? Go on.
So they don't want to show really that they.
Udon's no longer interested in the Sentinels game.
But where it is.
He was watching with me.
You might find that out very soon.
A little bit of B pressure finally coming in here from Boostio. Gonna go through Link.
You're telling me 9 AM streams are 6 AM for you, Hoosh? Yes. They are.
Some support. Instant trade as Zekin falls, so both duelists now down. Heal coming out on the attack for Ethan, as that might initiate the push for EG to plow towards this B site. Gap towards the Cascade. A big gap, actually.
Ooh.
So you have to choose the Trailblazer, but it gets stopped by
that Molly.
So an indirect trade, and now a plant inside.
Saucy was slow on that shot, Olam, I agree. I feel like that was 250 MS, and from a pro, that's a little slow.
Push back by a lockdown, though, from Pancata. Trying to clear towards the backside, as Jogamo still out there behind the screens.
Deja vu.
I think he's looking at the minimap. He shouldn't be.
2 versus 1. Def, all of the utilities still available. Tap onto the spike, trying to swing out.
Oh, they know he's not on. They put the ult down.
He's gonna go look for the second tap.
That's a lot of distance. It's hard to tap which way somebody's planning on this one. They do find him.
I mean, this is still EG. That's been the storyline so far, Riv.
So open plants like that are actually 100% conversion with the spam if you practice. Let me explain.
I feel like he is just copying.
You need 2 people alive. So you know how the corner plant always works because you can just spam this small region and it's very easy? Well, if one person can convert this, well then 2 people can convert an open plant because you just assign half of it to each player. So this is one player's half and this is the other player's half, and you spam both of those and you just convert.
A little bit of A pressure.
That's what we just saw EG do.
Will grab a reckoning once they get control. And it's the first time Sentinels has really flexed their muscles in the beginning of a round to show EG that they were taking a portion of the map. Mid's been open. A main
Signum GG, thank you for the prime. 4 months.
Yep.
No name T4, thank you for the tier 1.
Map and then easy execute for them.
You're right. The only positive thing towards that B-Long was that 1v1 a few rounds ago between Zekin and Demon 1, which worked the second time around. Still a first blood for Zekin, but EG had support.
Yeah, you tell him, JPC. Plat 2 and Plat 3 are both not Diamond.
More players towards the A side works out for
They're the
EG,
same rank.
push now towards
In
mid
fact,
instead.
everything below Diamond 1 is not Diamond.
It allows Marv to get the pick off the Stinger.
Still a full hold on A. Trade it back. Right down B-Link.
When did you talk about the new Diamond 300 hours requirement? I don't know.
wonder if
Recently.
Marv tries to get this weapon. Oh. Chocomo is just jumping in circles as he goes down to make sure he's still covered with utility out. Like, the brain continues to grow.
Snakebite on the ground to even flush him out. He just gets a drive-by with the Phantom. But Sentinels already
Gold
looking
and
to push
Ascendant
back.
are the same to
Zekin,
me. Quote
love
Wuhuja.
tap due to smoke. He gets fully blinded by the flash of Ethan.
I feel like you're simplifying.
With the Stinger now weapon.
I think I said I apply the same coaching style to players in that region of ranks.
Just on the other side of the high tide. And once again, a kill, 2 kills through smokes.
What is this?
I mean...
Oh my gosh.
Wuhujan says not to practice mechanics. Every Wuhujan viewer ever. I'm quoting you guys now. On bad
And map
quotes.
2 could be very much the same scoreline of a 9-3 here, or even worse.
Me religiously saying you should practice your mechanics every day. You religiously spouting that I say mechanics don't matter at all.
Get 1 round, and then it instantly back in Evil Genius's favor. They push, they figure it out, they wait for Sentinels to make a mistake, and string a few of their own together on the side of Evil Geniuses. It's definitely not a way that it can allow you to win a game if EG continues to pick up 3 for year 1.
This is the one reason why they're picking Jet over Race, by the way. Somebody asked. The operator.
1, 2 for me, 2 for you. It's not how it works.
Aim training doesn't equal mech training. Well, no. I think aim training is a valid form of mechanical training, Noble. I say you spend too much time trying to min-max your aim training routine instead of just picking one and doing it.
Players on the side of Sentinels are
Someone got mad at me for telling aim is not important once you achieve a certain baseline. I would also agree that with them, AG base drop. I think you're wrong. I think worrying about whether or not you should use raw Excel or higher DPI or lower DPI, I think that's a waste of time. But you should be practicing your aim and mechanics every day.
To continue to fake towards the B site. All of EG walking towards A
At every elo, if you're trying to rank up.
But Sentinels read into this. But it's a fake after fake, a double pump actually.
Around the world.
Op still up though towards that long B.
Let's see how late they put this wall up.
30 seconds left.
Fuel first.
What about OPAD who needs Subway Surfers and TikTok while he aim trains? He'll never escape
They're
Diamond.
gonna meet Saucy right here. Ethan takes him out. Great trade, great teamwork. They needed one of those.
At least the reckoning comes out now for the defense. Lucio has to stick onto that plan's getting stunned. 1 for 1.
Mark to help Sentinels.
Still does make it out indeed. As EG
Yeah.
the crossfire set up. Nothing could be done now. History repeats. Cat on a 3 versus 1.
It didn't work.
By Demon 1. And EG with a convincing post play.
They're mostly arguing that aim is the most important skill. Wow. Okay, here's my take. Aim might be the most important skill. The point is, though, it doesn't matter if it is or it isn't, because it's diminishing returns in terms of how often or how much time you invest into aim training and how perfect your aim training is. Somebody doing a decent routine 45 minutes a day is going to obtain aim skill at a very similar pace to somebody who aim trains for 2 hours a day and studies up on all of the intricacies of proper aim training. They're gonna improve at similar rates. That's my problem with people who overemphasize mechanics, is that they put too much time into it. Like, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna improve your mechanics at the same speed. And so it doesn't really matter to me which is more important, aim or game sense, because you should be focusing on developing both of them to a very high level.
EG is still playing these rounds slow.
Oh yeah,
Another kill.
Still shows the respect now that EG has.
So it depends on your playstyle and agent play. I disagree. I think aim's a very important aspect of the game, and if you don't practice your mechanics,
you really want to try to push
like ever, then you're in a lot of trouble unless you're going to play 50,000 hours.
Look at Zekin at this point now with that stinger, but he had a Blade Storm ready on that previous
Could KO be more valuable on Pearl than Sky? We talked about this morning with Cavern and Fake Bananas. With the double controller meta, Sky just offers too much recon.
Or a 2 versus 3 disadvantage, so he doesn't have the Blade Storm this time around.
KO doesn't offer enough recon. He's got one ability that gives recon, while Sky's got dog and 2 flashes.
Well, to come up on a defense just to run that clock down if they can.
As long as he balance both is fine. Exactly. And people underemphasize one of them, always. There's people who overemphasize mechanics and people who overemphasize game sense. And you should just do both.
Crossfire is now being set up, and there's that kill with that stinger from Zekin. 12 seconds left under the clock. Death's looking to make the play.
Got it
He
down.
did have the support inside that cove.
4v3.
Zekin towards the back. Still once again with that battle. Done a good job, but this time around, it's being forfeited. Jogger looking to get this flank. Not even needed. Calm was already there.
Bro. Are we doing another 9-3?
And look at the smiles across the faces of these players.
You can see how well it's clicking and what that means for these strategies. They didn't even need the full squad to take the site here. They know that. You have this almost double flank coming in. Obviously, Joggin was back hall because site take, but
guys, I think I threw away 20,000 points.
Seamless, and that has been the name of the game for EG this entire series. Sentinels now calling it timeout. We do see that there was
Odin has come to watch now.
Zekin's hand here for the last round, down to 0 credits, straight to the pocket lint.
Hey guys, Coach Kaplan here. Help! I don't know what to do!
Just like first map.
I've tried everything. I'm Bento Box. Thank you for the gift. One gifted.
She's just agreeing. So
Moon gives depression. Thank you for the 2-month prime.
One of those rounds, like, hey, let me call. Let me.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Coach Kaplan here.
And it worked out for a round that they
I'm losing my mind.
Scenes for today, giving a lot of confidence into her players. So
Please. I don't know how to win.
Come up against Sentinels, and it's been working out so far.
I need any ideas. Does anybody have any ideas? Please.
It seems. Not versatile, but more set in their roles and able to play a versatile style with now having Demon 1. How comfortable everybody is, the kind of plays they're making, their confidence to push up. You see the operator still going from multiple hands on this team as they can switch it up like an old Cloud9 of old.
Yeah, Bales, overemphasizing either aspect.
It doesn't know. You haven't seen too much of EG.
Matches your analogy.
Each week, it's always different.
This morning, if you're at the tier 3 1-on-1, we found a player who has like never aim trained in their life.
Now with this solid team.
And it was very evident that that's why they were still gold with 1,000 hours played.
He did not actually. He decides to.
They had absolutely no mechanics.
Sentinels just wants to fight into the A main. It's a 1-for-1.
Okay.
And once again, both duelists instantly fall in the early rounds in the first contact. Took a lot of time.
JJo Mama 567, thank you for the prime.
Attempt. It's still a stalemate. 4 versus 4. Trailblazers are coming out.
Honestly, a Jester can get one.
Early. Should I say that's a cascade to block off towards the arc?
With the util coming around,
EG are just cutting noise.
I can see it being pretty 50-50.
Poison's off.
Play a little contact. This is the first time we've seen EG play contact.
An orb now being picked up too. Seekers coming out on the defense, but the orb picked up on the attack allows a Reckoning to be available for EG.
Which is the aim routine vid description updated for the AMS scenarios? I don't know.
One more Seeker. Cabbage mid.
Or just grab any playlist that's 45 minutes long from like Voltaic or something.
This is a pretty easy defense for SEN.
If you can't find the one I made.
Locked up here for Sentinels as we move
Mine is not special in any way, shape, or form. I literally just threw it together.
Light towards B. This is going to be up to Pencata to start.
It's 17 seconds left on the clock. Pencata maybe could
Special to be it has your name on it.
comes out, trying to get the spray. And that's what they were talking about at the desk before. Trying to spray, trying to deny the plant, but you get stunned there by the ult of the Reckoning.
Yeah, you can't stand still for too long, but damned if you didn't try, right?
I intentionally put low effort into the playlist to prove a point. It doesn't matter. As long as the playlist isn't complete trash. Like if you're playing Grid Chat Ultimate for 45 minutes, then of course that's terrible. But that's why I'm saying just grab some routines. Wow. Just grab one from a reputable aim training community, Voltaic, and just stick to it and stop worrying about it.
Impossible for anybody to get into that site. Like I said, Vansili,
I found that aims more based on crosshair placement and movement than raw aims. Do you feel like aim training can be good but not necessary? Disagree. I agree that there's a bigger emphasis in the game on movement and crosshair placement, but you need to have high mechanical skill if you want to reach the highest ranks.
Right here in the arena. Toast, is the second time that you're here. How are you feeling for the arena? How are you feeling for the match? Are you surprised about the score?
Very surprised. I know like Sentinel's been trending down and EG's been trending up, but this has
like
been
literally
a
just 45
really
minutes a day.
performance by
Practice
EG.
your mix.
We're expecting
And then
at least
stop
those
worrying
3
about it.
maps.
And you're chilling.
There's still a chance.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna go 2-0 Sentinels, but at this point, I'm gonna switch sides and root for EG.
Just in time.
Just in time.
Just in time. Okay, and now let's talk about DSG. So this is your team. We've seen a couple of very close performances at Challengers with this team, and we saw a tweet as well. So talk.
No,
us
Toast is
through
not on the
kind of
casting
what has
desk.
been going on
This
with
is
that.
like an interview, I believe.
Yeah, so the team, the performance hasn't been so great, but we've had like a lot of close games. Like we lost like 1-2 this week. We lost 1-2 last week, and I think the team is like struggling a little bit, but everyone's still very confident, like keeping their head down, trying their best. And I will say, like, we find very cool ways to lose rounds. I think we're one of the
I remember that one.
the 1v5 eco diffuse, and you can't even be mad about that.
Things that happen, you know, it's content for sure. So just for the next matches that you guys have is going to be kind of what are the hopes really, really quickly and how it's going to go for you?
The next person who says something along the lines of aim is important, but you need game sense, or game sense is important, but you need aim, I'm going to time your ass out. You guys keep repeating each other, but you're just wording it differently. Yeah, they're both important. Don't get mad.
But if there's a time to get a revenge game,
That's what I've been saying for the past hour. They both matter. You can't ignore either.
For DSG, definitely you guys also watch challenges as we throw it back to the casters for the second
Generally,
round of
people
matches.
worry too much about the mechs.
Thank you, Dan, in disguise.
That's that.
Indeed, if you've missed that Ninja Diffuse chat, the 5 versus 1 that we're able to get, that unfortunately DSG had to suffer on split. Make sure you watch that VOD. If not, also make sure you watch the live games for NA Challengers happening during the week.
That heckin' sentiment's been echoing for the past 30 minutes
As
now.
Toast mentioned before, the team has to keep their head
Everyone's
down
like, wait,
keep
I got a
working, just
hot
like Sentinels
take.
has to do right now in this half right here. Backs against the wall, trailing behind by 8 rounds to try to tie things up against EG. And this is their last hope. Last hurrah here.
Big pistol round. Already we're going to get activated dash from Demon 1 to see if he can get out of this situation. Nah, he doesn't even activate it. Stone cold. Feel like he could smoke and get out in most situations.
Okay, surely it's
All the way
attacker-sided,
down to
chat.
B for Sentinels. They're not going to waste any time. Actually, quite a fast round for them. Because they only took a little bit of time there in spawn, and we're going to get a quick plant here. Cove plant middle. Okay, I thought he was going for side plant for a second. So, plant out in the open. 2
Okay.
towards Hall. Pretty default.
Okay, this is a pretty good post plant.
Let's try to look at these protocols now for EG. High tide available.
Ooh, but this is a good retake.
Players falling behind. Yes, a couple of them are dazed, and we're pitching towards
No! Joshimo just killed 2!
Nothing so far that Cells could do. At least a kill. A second one from Pencata. That's a spike though. Not yet a halfway. Pencata gets the 3rd kill. A 2 versus 2.
No! Yes! Pancado! Let's go! That's my goat! That's my goat!
America's coming out from Pencata.
That's gonna be me, chat. because I can't queue ranked until I win my Sheriff DM. That's gonna be me.
Dude,
In another 3 months, when I can finally play ranked again.
Thank you, chef. Thank you. Thank you.
I need to ace to even get around.
Pissed around for evil geniuses.
Nope.
If Pankata has anything and everything to say about it.
I could definitely see the chat. 10-2 is a new 9-3.
Wasn't it 20 plus DMs yesterday? Yeah, yesterday was bad. It was 23 DMs. The day before it was 10. Because it took 10 DMs on my first day of doing it, and I got to play 2 ranked games. But yesterday I didn't get to play any ranked. Why'd you put such a stipulation on yourself? Because I've been VOD reviewing myself, and as my own coach, I have a problem. And that problem is related to my conversion of fights.
Awesome stuff.
Specifically, I've got a bad habit in my technique, which I will not describe because you guys will self-prescribe yourselves the issue, like you're on WebMD, and it'll be really annoying. So I'm not telling you, but I have a bad habit, and I'm gonna break it by force. Do you play today? No, Saturday's my rest day.
Where are they going? 3-2
Tomorrow I'll be back on the DM grind, but I won't queue ranked, and then every weekday I queue ranked.
Just to feel out the map. Spike is down by shops right now, and it is a push up here. Demon won again.
And also, the reason why I'm not explaining the problem to you is because my solution is nuclear, and it's not something... Pretty much nobody can use the solution I'm using if you're below like Immortal 3 level. Because winning a Sheriff DM with no sound is not something people can just do if you're not already really good at the game.
Clear. First kill. But then second answers back with the stinger. Joggermo now forfeiting his position out towards B. Delaying with the second cascade, waiting for the
Come on, Sentinels, come on.
From his teammates. Meanwhile, though,
You see him not even be able to do it? What do you mean? I've succeeded both days so far.
Behind a Trailblazer as Marv doesn't check his corner. Gets punished by Busio. Joggermo looking for a timing off this flash. Again, it's beautiful for the guy. Into the round. And
No.
EGers are back in their gun round.
But I said I did not succeed? I did not say that.
It is the exact same play.
It took me 23 games, but I had it.
He cannot be stopped in that position.
I would have gone for 7 hours if that's how long it took.
Oh my gosh. Like I said, the multi-kills that
You're losing fights, you should be winning. Everyone is in losing fights, they should be winning. Curse one. That is too generic of a problem. We've watched many fights this game that both teams have lost that they should have won. That's how the game works. A 70-30 is not a 100-0. It's a 70-30. Everyone loses a 70-30 30% of the time.
You got me. And that's how you
And then more often on bad days. That's not my problem. No, it's a problem with my technique, not my conversion
Still
rate.
invest into a rifle round this time around. Breaking utility to start things off. Flash to find information. It's going to be Ethan allowing Busio to peek out. But Sentinels decided to fall back for a bit. You still see Pankata watching for a long A push.
Essentially, my technique holds back my ceiling. It's just like somebody who plays piano while looking at their hands can never become the best pianist in the world because their ceiling will be too low compared to somebody who learns how to play without looking.
With the player advantage for this round.
I think that might be the first bit of mid fight we actually have seen this entire map.
You're right.
Everything's to A, everything like that. They've gone art, but we haven't seen the mid fight.
Is he on the Sheriff arc? What's the best Sheriff skin right now? I have no idea.
On about mid. Here we go. Here we go through art. And they're trying to focus up. We actually saw Killjoy utility just pulled back, so EG realizes this is moving pretty quick.
Did you say it's an efficiency issue? No. You know how you know how you can practice tapping in DM all day long, and then you'll have a fight where you should tap in ranked and you'll insta crouch spray? I'm trying to break a habit like that, but it's not that.
Into the second half.
It's where I know the correct way to take the fights. I can take fights the correct way, but in the heat of the moment, I don't, and I need reps to fix that.
Throw it through the high tide as they peek through. But it's still util onto that spike. One nano swarm. Left behind snakebite. Towards the back of the site. And the second snakebite already comes down because the alarm bot got stopped. Demon will watch in that flank getting the first kill onto Sasi. Last 3 players of Sentinels are playing towards long A. There's that second nano stop once again. It's up to the trades to come out. But it's just EG too strong. EG now at map and series point 4 to 12. 4 to 12, Riv.
Vans, we came into the series saying even like the Leviathan game was great. But looking at the Loud game and the Fury
Sentinels
game
has no answer.
Evil Geniuses, they were they almost 2-0'd Loud, by the way, and were 3 rounds away from beating Furia as well. Not the signs of an 8th place
For that, you need to use a rifle. It's completely removing spraying.
The way, the identity of how to
I was
play
giving you an
this
analogy.
squad. I mean, look at Jogger
I'm not telling you
from
what my issue
Marines
is
to a
because you'll
controller
self-prescribe it.
from map to map, and he is absolutely slamming. 16-11. Really
That's
great stuff.
The beauty of it, to see strong duelists play into these controller roles. Think about Jacob C9.
You're just saying for that issue?
Think about seconds kill. On to Demon 1. And that's a reckoning from both ends. But will it end right here for Sentinels? So far, Calm answers
If you
back.
fix your problem, will you ever tell? No, because how would that result in people not self-prescribing it?
To Ethan, and that's no flashes for the retake, and that's always been very important for the Evil Geniuses. And that might be a disciplined play for EG at this point.
Yeah.
Cutting their losses.
Okay.
It's always the mechanics ones that people self-prescribe much more willingly as well.
Demon 1 on 0.
Like I'll show a deathmatch exercise to one person after like 78 VOD reviews because this one person has a bad mechanical habit that they need to fix. And then everyone from the stream will go spam 50 death matches with that like goal. They'll be like, oh, best.
Not yet pushing Evil Geniuses at all.
The call-out DM drill is not a mechanics thing though, Zendikar.
Very big round.
That's not an example of a mechanics drill.
Take down Demon. So this could be a bit of a switch. This might slow them down though. With the operator, you almost want to see if
I'm talking like not shooting first in DM, for example. Like that DM drill I gave to a couple people recently. I bet you a large majority of you here tried that out for no reason other than you're like, I bet I could do that. Yeah, see, pen flash, exactly.
Marv is pretty icy.
I don't recall prescribing that to you, pen flash.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I missed that.
I actually saw another sign too. I think it was a happy birthday to Danger Zone, by the way. So happy birthday, Danger Zone in the crowd.
Oh, snap. Okay. Okay.
Nobody's going to
You feel attacked? Why? Because you're doing it too?
But yes, let's talk about this timeout. Very important one too.
See, and then I can tell another player, hey, you're not prepped enough. Don't come back till you have a pro playbook on every map. And how many of you do that, huh? How many of you self-prescribe yourself that issue? None of you, because that's no fun. You want to go play deathmatch.
Let's play it. Okay, it's only 1 round.
Right.
We still have 8 rounds.
And that's why I'm not going to tell you what my mechanical issue is.
So off this timeout for Potter, is it going to be one of those plays, hey, let's not play for the win. Let's just play aggressive fight.
Really?
Play against Sentinels.
Link.
Instead of playing the protocols of the retakes. They might have an opportunity now because
You want to see Harbin doing deathmatch drills? The harm is in worrying about your mechanics routine being optimal.
For the rest.
It lives in your head rent-free. There's nothing wrong with doing deathmatch drills. There's everything wrong with worrying that your mechanics training isn't optimal every day. Just do something for 45 minutes that's half decent and stick to it every day.
Move forward with and escape a little better with, because I feel like Demon 1's been perfectly okay with doing a one and done in that situation. Here they want him alive. They want the refresh Blade Storm. And a kill. Push towards A.
I did some pro Pearl prep today.
Ultimate for Sassy. These are seekers coming up. Ethan's also on that, so fighting for this A orb right at the beginning.
Yeah, me too. I prepped some KO Pearl today.
There was no information off the flash from Ethan. That was probably going to be his orb, but it's Sentinels to take instead.
For Premiere tonight, we're playing 5 Duelist, by the way.
Right.
Chat.
Cabbages away.
So if you want to watch that, I'll be streaming it on Twitch with no delay. Sorry, with 90-second delay tonight. Not no delay, that'd be ridiculous.
Even a little bit of scaling if they can get
Playing Viper or Harbor tonight? Noble, that has to be the most zero-head question you've ever asked after what I just said.
Sentinels looking to play the contact and it work out. Delays now coming out for EG. And Cobb somehow gets 2 kills through the smoke.
We're playing 5 Duelists, Noble.
Now Sassi onto the tap. Calm looking for the wall bang.
The 5 Duelist thing was a joke, you figured? No, we're playing 5 Duelists tonight. we're literally playing 5 Duelists in Premiere tonight. Div 20. I'm sorry. This is not a joke. We are playing 5 Duelists tonight. End of this is not a joke.
versus 1. The Cascade to block the vision, and EG to win the series.
But why though? We're doing it blue lock style. We have to determine who has to play support on the team, and so whoever bot frags has to play the worst role on each map, like the supportive role on every map.
Absolutely.
And whoever top frags gets priority. I'm playing duelist.
Demon 1 still able to step up. Ethan coming back to being Ethan.
By the way, highly recommend
once again.
If you announcements. If you haven't seen, here's our first premiere game on Dopeye's channel. You should go watch that, so you know what you're signing up for when you tune into the premiere stream.
I can't. You can't forget Pankata's ace this game, though. That was beautiful.
Accountants. Yeah.
Does have the family buff today, but I think it's not only about the family buff. It's to see how EG's been playing throughout the weeks.
Run it down B was the funniest thing ever.
To cook up with the wingman, with the gecko, and then suddenly losing like a 13 almost to 0 against Loud.
Dude, I love playing 5-stack with good players and just like having fun with it. Like not doing it to specifically be the best team we can be, but instead doing it to have fun with one another. That's my shit.
From the eyes of a fan of Valorant watching this for the first time, where suddenly, usually when you're seeing Sentinel's name, the tenure of this roster,
that's tough. Tough
should
series.
Be, once again here, Riv, is the key word. An easy victory.
I love Wujin's IGL calls. I'll bring some more of that to tonight's match. Don't worry.
Has worked a lot on the comfortability
It's decided who's playing what duelist? I had no idea, man.
How they're pushed and supported
Let's
to play
see.
their role to move forward.
What duelist should I consider? I'm down for anything, man. I'm Pearl.
A whole lot of teamwork went into that game.
I think here's my pool.
When we watched these games in the past few weeks, when we still had an opportunity to vote for an MVP,
I would pick any of these. I would not pick Neon, personally. So I'm chilling because I've got 5 that I'd be down to pick. So no matter what they pick, I'm good. If I pick Neon, I'd definitely bot frag. Everyone else, I got odds. If you go Yoru, I might. I have prep.
Against the sectioning of the double controller plays.
Also, big consistency in Evil Genius's pistol round.
There's also value in picking Jet and taking it away from JG and Jet
like
Daddy.
Said, the second highest pistol rate win
but then Dopeye gets raised.
Show it here against Sentinels,
it's tough because I want to be number 1 duelist. This is red key, so you got to be on top.
Have been shored up for Evil Geniuses, and it looks like they did their homework against Sentinels too. Yeah. They had a game plan, but were also able to counter a game plan.
Yeah, and usually I've been hanging.
Steel Jet's better, you think? All right, let's see. Who needs viewers? Absolutely nobody. Bobovo. Is red key like the red pill? No, it's the opposite of blue lock. Blue lock, red key. How do you stay motivated? The fact that 1,139 of you want me to keep doing what I love, and you give me your hard-earned money to support me doing that, motivates me infinitely. Anyways, appreciate all you guys. I'll see you for premiere tonight. Say hi to Bobovo for me. Peace out. Peace out.